After my early morning Qigong at Bondi Beach in Sydney, I was fortunate to meet Tom Cronin, an international meditation teacher, keynote speaker and film producer. With his Stilness project, he's dedicated to spread the benefits of meditation and inspire as many people as possible to look inside rather than crave for things outside. He frequently organizes outdoor meditation walks right in the center of Sydney, gives public introductions to meditation, and is busy preparing a feature film.
So I've been many years ago working as a broker in finance. I started out in 1987 when I was 19 years old. And it was one of those things that it ended up being a job that I stayed in there for 26 years. And there was a culture about the industry, and I got swept along by this sort of fast-paced, frenetic lifestyle, and I started to get, very imbalanced because of the lifestyle that I was living there in finance. Made a lot of money very young, doing a lot of crazy things with drugs and alcohol, and late nights, very little sleep, and eventually this created this huge distortion in my body. So after a few years of starting out in that job, I had pretty much a nervous breakdown. After a few years, I had a collapse in my nervous system, suffered chronic deep depression, anxiety, panic attacks. But there came a point in time where it was like a bifurcation point, like a turning point, where I went one way or the other. One way was to say this is too hard, I can't go on, and the other one was to find another alternative. And that's when I started to look for meditation. I've been searching for so long for fulfillment and found it so hard to come by, but when I started to learn to meditate, I was like, this is what I've been waiting for. Back then when I started to look into this was in the mid-90s, and there was no internet, there's no YouTube, no Facebook. So to find anything out was really to go to the Yellow Pages phone directory and just look under M for meditation and scroll through. I came across one teacher that led an introductory talk that was very scientific based. He was a neuroscientist and had been studying meditation for 30, 40 years in India. And I really liked his scientific background, so I learned with him, and it was just an amazing transformation. It was something very profound. So it's derived from an ancient Vedic practice thousands of years ago in northern India, and it's been sort of retained, restored beautifully for so long. And the starting point for all change must come through a shift in the physiology. It's almost impossible for us to access deep states of consciousness and advanced feelings of blissfulness and joyfulness in our physiology if our physiology is riddled with stress and anger and sadness and rage. So the first part is to get a level of rest that's significant enough, that's deep enough to enact a purification process that our natural intelligence within our cellular level has, where it can purify and remove these anomalies from the body. For me, I was riddled with anxiety, depression and panic attacks. It wasn't that I was reading books or getting therapy, it was simply that I was getting a deep level of rest that removed those anomalies. And until those anomalies got removed, it was almost going to be impossible for me to go to the next level, which is to go into advanced states of awareness. And that allows you to go deeper and deeper and expand your mind and expand your consciousness. So the second part of the process, the essence of this teaching, is to realize self, to access true self, and that's the unbounded, pure, undiluted formlessness of you. My mission, my intention, what I'm inspired to do is to pass on to the world what was so transformational in my life, and that is the accessibility of stillness, and to inspire people across the world to meditate daily, because I saw how transformational it was in my life to take me from where I was to where I am now, and that what was past a way of teaching this has to be modified in some way to adapt to this change and technological advancements. So, putting things in online programs is very different to what would have been done in the past, but it's not possible for us to teach 7 billion people how to meditate based upon past traditions. So the traditions have to change slightly to adapt to the time. So I'm producing a feature film called Superhuman, and this film is really to inspire humanity to access their advanced capabilities that are stored within each and every one of us. And it's going to be a film that will be coming out in 2016, and it will be a film of inspiration and action that will enable the masses to access something that they didn't know that there was stored within them, its advanced capabilities.